Hey everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I wanted to talk about love magic and kind of give some things to think about, some tips, maybe some different perspectives and different ways of going about performing your love magic. Especially when you're performing love magic on a particular person. Love magic when you're trying to bring love to you, like new love. Love magic when it comes to bringing back somebody who left you. So there are a lot of things to consider. We'll probably even talk about honey jars and are they the best thing to use, why we use them, and why they're so popular. So, but before we get into the video, I would like to thank you for coming and watching, and if you could give this video a like and a subscribe and share with all of your friends and post this video in all of your groups. So one thing I want to talk about is working against your magic. You always need to take into consideration everything you're doing outside of the spell that contributes to the results of the spell. Are you working against your magic? If you're trying to bring somebody back who you had a fight with and they left you or you left them, when they come back, are you continuously fighting with them? Are you doing things to keep them away? Because, you know, your spell might be working and you might be working against it to where you, so you don't see the results that you want. And usually it's because of something that you're saying or something that you're doing to keep this person away. Though they may want to come back due to the spell, you're keeping them away. So it's important not to work against the spell. If that makes any sense. Another thing is environmental factors, especially within your home. If you're working on somebody you live with, okay, and you're afraid of them taking off and doing things that you don't want them to do, okay? So like, if your man likes to drink, make sure you have a bar at home, you know, so he doesn't go out and drink. If he likes a woman who can cook and you're not cooking, you better take a few courses and learn how to cook, so that way you can keep your man or your woman. You know, like I said, don't work against your magic, work with it, okay? You cannot change a person. You can only change circumstances so that everything falls into your lap the way you would like it to. So you have to work with it. You know, you're putting it out there, so make sure you have the right stuff. Another thing is this: if they have left you and they're already moved on with somebody else, you need to understand that a lot of work is going to be needed for you to achieve what you want in getting your partner back. Number one, you have to separate them with your new partner, okay? And just because you separate them, that doesn't mean that they're gonna automatically just come back to you. You know, you have to, at some point, reestablish a connection with them, whether it's on a friendship level or even on social media, whatever. You need to establish some kind of connection in order to start working on them and bringing them back. Once you break up a couple, then you have to work on sweetening them to you before you do any kind of like love binding or love magic, okay? Sweetening work is important, and I think that's where the popularity of honey jars is always coming into play. And honey jars are very good and very effective for sweetening somebody to you. It's not necessarily like the end all be all of love spells, and there's always should be a lot more going on. I think that honey jars should be done at the very beginning of love work, so that you have that backing and then continuously work around it with dolls, with candles, with roots, with herbs, whatever. You need to, the more energy you put into when I say working, I'm not talking about a spell. I'm talking about a series of spells, a series of rituals done for the same purpose over time. You know, the more and more you put into a working, the more you're gonna get out of it. lighting a few candles from a botanica and hoping for the best is not the way to go, especially when you're trying to work something big for a complex situation. Now, if you're just starting to see somebody and there's something there and it's in the beginning process of something beautiful, then yes, candle magic is very, very good for that. It's very ideal, especially if you're working like hummingbird candles, which is very good at kind of like intensifying that puppy love, like sweet, romantic feeling between you and another person. Also, those candles are really good for reconciling with somebody, but you want to make sure that you have a lot more going on when you're trying to work a more complex situation. And that's why it's important to go to a professional, because sometimes people are just lazy, or they don't have time, or they don't know what to do. Being consistent is the key. Continuously working on the same person is gonna get you far versus working on a bunch of different people all at the same time. You know, you're spreading that energy around. So if there's somebody you want, make sure that you really want them and work hard and put the energy in. You know, depending upon your level of magical talent, you can do a lot, you know. But if you don't have the resources and you don't have faith in yourself and you don't necessarily know how to work magic, then I would suggest going to a professional to do it for you, you know. But nothing is impossible and nothing happens overnight. Remember, we are moving things around, circumstances and situations, so that way you can have the life that you want with the person you desire, you know. And we're using magic because on a mundane level in the physical world, without using magic, the possibilities of you and this person getting together are very slim. That's why you use magic, in order for you to have that opportunity or that chance. So understand that when we're doing magic, it's going to take some time for it to manifest, because this needs to move out of that way so this can come through, and then this can come through so that can be moved, and you know, this and that, and everything has to come together. Okay? It's not like automatically overnight they just like, you know what, I want to be with you. No, it doesn't work that way. They have to be kind of manipulated into it. You understand what I'm saying? This is black magic. This is coercive magic. This is, you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me. I've noticed there's a lot of people who think they know so much, and they're like the end all be all witchcraft and magic, because obviously it was born out of them and they know everything. But go out and find out for yourself and figure it out. We are all smart, we can figure it out. And if you can't, find somebody who has experience and knowledge and have them do it for you. You know, hopefully this video resonated with you, and if it did, like I said, share it in your groups, share it with your friends. If you have any experiences on love magic and any tips that you'd want to share, leave them in the comments below, and you know, let's see what we can get into. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.